Folks, today on Crossing South, we get to talk to one of Baja's most iconic furniture designers. We find a potentially game-changing archaeological site, and we eat a tower of ceviche. Coming to you right now. Okay, so one of the most famous designers in Rosarito, in Baja really, of this new trend of merging, fusioning old style with new style, is a guy named Fausto Polanco. We're with him right now. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Fausto, nice to meet you. So where are you from, Fausto?
I'm originally from here, from the border. So
Okay.
I born here, I raised here.
Local Baja California.
Local Baja California, yes. My idea is bring from all over the Mexico the best of my country, because when I raised here in the 60s,
Okay.
nobody was here in the nice,
What
beautiful.
were you doing at that time?
Okay, all that stuff that you see on the border. I mean, only something, nothing real Mexican. It's
Yeah.
something more like, you know, what
The souvenirs,
the souvenir that you sell for only $2-3.
Were you selling that stuff?
No, never. That's my idea. I like to be proud about them, to be Mexican in the border.
So you feel your work is kind of like an ambassador,
Of course,
right?
of course. That's my idea to show to the best of my country here on the border. And the border, Jorge, we don't have a lot of. I mean, now yes, after 25 years, but in the 60s and the 70s,
Not a lot of history.
Not a lot of history. Not a lot of history.
There's nothing authentically Mexican you could offer here.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So you're taking from Mexico's ancient history in the southern part
yeah.
and merging it here with your style.
With my twist, with my Baja's twist, because we are completely different. I don't know, maybe for the geography of Mexico or something.
There's a big desert separating the north from the south.
We are completely different people. We think that different. We eat different. We live different.
Yeah.
But we have that influence from the north part.
You mean the U.S.?
Yeah, U.S. You're
Okay.
right. I mean, a couple of years ago, my kids asked me, "Papi, what's the best, Mexico or United States? Or what's the best, English or Spanish?" You know what, Fausto, that's my name, my Faustito. Hey, you know what's the best? Speak both English language, is understand both stories, understand both people.
You grow, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're culturally
You're
richer.
culturally richer.
Very nice.
So that's a fusion of culture here in the Baja.
It's very, very hip. You know, I don't know if you probably didn't intend it to be hip, but it is. I mean, I feel like
De hacendado, del patrón.
El patrón, el jefe, you know?
El jefe.
Oh my God. Tell me about this. I mean,
Okay, this is an office for El Patron.
Is this a chair that would go?
Of course.
Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine Donald Trump? You're fired. This probably doesn't exist in the U.S.
No, because it's hard, because everything is from Asia. So not the...
Yeah, you're right. Everything, it's true. This is very super niche. I look at these seats and I think I'm in, Mexico City in the 1800s.
The tulip leather that you see is from Spain. So, but that's the haciendas in Mexico.
So it's not just by coincidence. You're looking at photographs, historical pictures, and you're getting inspired.
Of course, Jorge. That's part of my work, like designer.
Awesome. I love history.
To recreate the old-fashioned, old style.
You're almost like a historian.
Right?
What type of designs are
Yes,
these?
this is more influence indigenous from the Mayan culture, the other border in Mexico, Jorge.
So this is what they do right now. Indigenous people.
They do the embroidered.
Okay.
This is a handmade embroidered.
All this is handmade.
All handmade. All handmade.
Those are Mayan countries.
Mayan culture.
Okay. And this is a job source for them.
Yeah, of course. I receive from there. I work with these people, because this kind of textile, it's 100 years old. I mean,
the style.
The style. But I like to incorporate to my line, because I love the textile. But that's my idea, to bring up the stuff from the material from southern Mexico, involved in my collection of furniture. Like this particular one, this is like a coffee table, but you can use like a storage area and like a coffee table.
It can be a sitting one.
Exactly.
A sitting, kind of like an ottoman type, and you can flip it into a coffee table. Have they seen what you're doing with
this? Of course,
this?
and they love it. They love it, because they never haven't used it more only like I told you, it's only like Charles or maybe a small piece of fabric. But now my idea is involve the furniture in the same Maya line. I mean, on my travels, I go there to the Chiapas, the border, the other border in Mexico, and I talk to the different families that they do the embroidered. I order everything that they have in production for a month, and they have ready after 2 or 3 months. They have ready something for me.
So there's a limit to how much they can produce.
Of course, they don't have a massive production. It's a limited production.
Okay. So I see a dining table there that I think is a perfect example of what you were talking about, mixing, new modern style furniture and including aspects of indigenous. Wow, tell me about, this looks wonderful.
This is another very good example about the fusion.
So colorful,
Jorge, it's an explosion of color. So like the culture, like our culture. One of a kind pieces because everyone is different. Every pillow, every flower, it's different like the rest of the line. So
now, an average price for something like this, for like this whole dining set?
About $3,500.
$3,500. So you can wrap this up. You can wrap it up.
Sure.
I'll take it right
now. It's right on your track.
Oh wow! Now this is El Presidente.
This is El Presidente bed.
Wow.
There's a lot of influence, a lot of French influence, but with my rustic touch, no? This is the bed. It's a French look.
Was this also used for clothing?
Exactly. Okay. This is my idea to do like a bedding.
Yes.
Here, but this is looms, manual looms.
What kind of fabric is this?
It's cotton. It's 100% cotton, and all the stain it is from the chinchilla, from the insect.
What?
The red insect to create the red color.
Wow.
And the yellow is from the flowers and herbs from the same part from Oaxaca. I like to use the natural material like tule. We call tule. It's actually
it's kind of like a wicker material.
Yeah, it's a wicker material. This is like an option for beach houses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is more French look.
Wow.
This is more elegant. Some people they're looking for something more elegant, oversized, like you say.
Look at that. You feel like you're a little kid in a grown-up sofa. It's an overgrown sofa.
It's an overgrown sofa.
I love
it's
that.
It's oversized sofa. Yeah, you're right. This is the very famous Miguelito chair from 1940s. So it's created by a Mexican architect. So now, but I give you my touch with the charro look and the arms. The southern part of Spain. Yeah. They development all the Arabian culture, so that's part of our heritage.
That's Arabian style?
That's Arabian style, but it's came with the colonia. The Arabs was in Spain for 600 years. At the same time, they're introduced to America. So that's part of our heritage in the Arabian culture. Here is a very good combination between the Arabian look with the indigenous touch. So here's the Mayan with the explosion of colors, but at the same time the thing from Spain. And
is that Spanish?
That's Spanish. That's Spanish.
I've seen
with
it.
New color. With my idea about the new colors, all the time they used to have only in a rust color or an oxide color, but now
that star ornament is Spanish.
It's Spanish. It's Spanish.
I thought it was something modern.
No, it's
That's
Spanish.
old.
That's old. That's 600 years old.
Wow.
A lot of
I always thought they had it for parties, just to decor.
Yeah, but this is 600 years old.
I'm learning, You see, you're a historian, Fausto, and you ain't kidding with the explosion of color. This is pink, bro. So talk to me about this.
Okay, this one here, it's 45 different small Mexican or Mayan blouses. You see every square represents one of the Mexican Mayan blouses. So I like to incorporate everything in a...
So this represents like families.
Families, stories. Guacamayas.
Yeah, I see it.
That's a guacamaya.
See the beak right here.
And this is a fish. Handmade. That's Maya.
This guy's a true artist, and he respects the origins.
This is the traditional equipal from when we received.
Okay, if we were to send this chair back to 1500. Would it look normal back then?
Normal like this one.
Really?
This is the comiata. This is the original color from comiata.
Is that tin or what is that?
Tin. It's again tin. Again, another influence from the Arabian.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Again.
And even probably the patterns.
Patterns. Yeah.
Oh man. I feel like Cleopatra on this thing. So these are the cloaks that their families embroider, and it's kind of like an homage to that. This This is where you get your stuff. This is where you get your Mayan line. We decided to accompany Fausto to his bat cave in Tijuana to see the artisan work he is spearheading as a designer. This is where the magic happens. Okay, Fausto, so what kind of wood is this?
This is alder wood from Canada.
Okay.
We imported the wood from there, and we made the labor here on the border.
Okay.
So this is our carpenter
So here
shop.
at TJ is where you do the structure, you build it, you cut it, put it together, you design it, but it comes from Canada.
Right, the wood.
So this wood's from Canada. A?
Uh-huh.
A?
It's real tree.
It's solid.
It's solid, real tree. I'm using trees.
So if I just drop my weight on this thing,
Exactly. It's something for
not gonna collapse.
not a collapse.
Well, humanity's right now the unhealthiest it's ever been. It's probably the heaviest, so your furniture, I think, fits well with the times.
Right? Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot for Fausto to find a craftsman who can get him and can materialize his vision. So once he does, he really takes care of those dudes. But I mean, how hard can it be, right? Thank you. So whoever buys this sofa right here, one nail is put by yours truly. So
Yeah. Nice.
they just finished this baby.
Yeah, finish.
Just finished this baby. Oh, no, just kidding. I'm not gonna do
No,
that. Oh man. Oh man. This is very nice, Fausto. Very nice sofa. You can wrap it up with me in it. Okay. Just put it in the van.
And shipping with you.
Yeah. Just deliver it with me on it. How long did it take to build it?
About a week.
A week?
4 to 6 days, yeah.
Okay, so you commissioned these from southern Mexico. What part of Mexico do these come from?
From Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Yeah.
So, you know, kind of like the charro type of influence, right?
Good.
Jalisco is the
Central
state of-
Mexico. Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. So you commissioned these this size?
This size, especially the size for my stools or for the chair that I'm working.
So this is the official size. With this, you have enough leather to hammer the stool.
Yep.
And it'll be correctly sized.
Correct by size. And we adapted to the size of the different furniture that we created here.
Okay.
That's a charro bar stool.
Yeah, but this is for a private home, right?
Private home. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more residential.
More residential than commercial.
Yeah.
How do they do this? Do they just brand it like with
No,
heat?
no. That's machine. This is by hand. So
Really?
they have a different tools, metal tools, to create it. Every single
So this is
design.
handmade, hand carved.
Hand carved.
Really?
Yeah, it is not a regular leather. It requires a heavy
It's beautiful.
leather. They call cuero, baqueta.
Right. It's really, really sturdy, if you can notice it.
It's hard to work because we have to add it inside of the water to use.
You have to soak it to tenderize
to tenderize it and to have more flexible.
Yeah.
To use.
Yeah, you're right, because this feels nice, and it's not as hard as this. And then you hammer these.
This is the metal. This is the metal nails that we use for all around. This is the old-fashioned way to work. Again, another.
You don't sew with a machine. You hammer it in.
No, some of the this one here, the new one have all stripe, but this is by hand. Like this guy, like Marcos, he's working.
Right.
It's by hand.
Okay, so the ultimate test of how comfortable this thing is obviously to sit on it. It is sturdy and heavy, folks. Okay, so this is very nice. I can sit here for a while. I can sit here for a long while, actually. It's nice and fluffy, and scale to 1 to 10. I think my tush is probably at a 9. This thing is heavy. Oh, solid. You could probably bludgeon a rhino to death with this thing. Solid. Okay, so this is the vault. Some people keep gold in their vaults. You keep all your fabrics. You're an artist.
Yeah.
That's what you're.
I'm the guy who works with a lot of people, with a lot.
You're the brains.
With my hands, I do nothing.
You're the brains.
I'm the brain. I'm the brain. I gave you the ideas, and they are impressed me.
Of course. No, I understand. An architect doesn't get his hands dirty, when he's building a skyscraper, but he designs it. So you're the architect, my friend. Okay.
That's my work. The carpenter, the upholstery guy, the painted guy, My people who work with me, they know how can I thinking.
They need to be calibrated with
my way, yeah.
With Fausto's
They're
craziness.
crazy they're crazy like I am crazy.
Calibrate to Fausto's craziness. Okay. Hey, that's great.
He's working on the makeup because that's why I call makeup, because this is it's unfinished chair, but he's working with all the details. I like the shadow, and I like to create something antique. Everything looks like antique. Satin, we call satin.
A satin, okay.
Satin finish. And he's giving the final touch with the shadow on the corners to create that kind of antique look on all my pieces.
Very nice.
So he created the age of the piece.
The black on the corner trim makes it look like it aged.
Right.
Very nice. No, it looks easy, but what he's doing is probably not easy, right?
No, it's not
probably
easy.
not easy.
He's an artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Samuel is an artist.
I'm gonna mess up a Fausto Polanco chair, but he can clean it. He told me he can clean it. Okay. Oh boy, I feel my hand trembling already. I don't have the steadiness. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's try the spongy thingy-majiggy. I hope they can fix it. But I'm trying, folks. I'm really trying. Well, if everything fails and this show doesn't pan out, I can come to Fausto and ask for a job over here. Marco, ¿cómo fue? ¿Lo echa a perder mucho? Límpialo, Marco. I tried, all right? I tried. You can't say, don't get my hands dirty.
And even here, she's gonna use like a bar.
Okay.
But this is
it's
a custom made.
It's all for the same house.
Yeah, it's for the same house. It's a custom made piece.
So library
and bar. Huh?
Wow.
And he's gonna put in right here a plasma stand, solid wood carving. She wants something very Spanish, and we created that piece for her.
Your client is in the States?
It's in the States. Yeah, it's in Santa Barbara.
You know how wine gets better as it ages? Well, with Fausto, that totally resonates because even though he's a very successful entrepreneur, Fausto Polanco has now found that some things are far more important than business.
10 years ago, 5 locations.
No more?
No one. Only one here. And
really?
Yeah.
There's no more locations?
No more locations. I have my other store in Ensenada. It's for my brother-in-law, but this is my operation. It's right here. I used to have one in Los Angeles, another in San Diego.
You used to?
And not in Tijuana. No, I don't want to have. I'm getting all that. Try to be more like my time to have more time to share tequila and mezcal.
Oh man, you're so smart, Fausto.
After many years, my idea is to have many
of course. Expansion,
empire. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Well, Fausto, it's great to meet someone who is insightful and who has had wisdom come with those gray hairs. You're doing what you love. You're doing what you've dreamed of doing. You're making a good living off of it, and you're enjoying your life and your family instead of neglecting the important things.
After 20 years.
It took you 20 years to figure it out.
To understand what exactly I was looking for. And I feel better. I feel better because after all these years, I have my when I want it.
You found what's a manageable size, and you're staying with it. That's fantastic. It's fantastic to know your limitations and to be able to enjoy that. So that's great. That's great. Well, my friend, I really appreciate you welcoming us into your showroom and getting to know a little bit of Fausto Polanco. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Bienvenido.
Folks, what can I say? It's Crossing South, and it's one of those fantastic experiences that we get to go on. Stay with us. We like this guy so much, we let him take us to a few more places. One of which could truly be a game changer, folks. Folks, it might be nothing, or it might be everything. We might have hit the mother lode here. We were shown now by our good friend Fausto this that they've unearthed here in Rosarito. It seems like nothing, but it's the head of a dove, kind of like an eagle or some sort of bird. This polished stone is not the typical way of sculpting for pre-Columbian peoples of the Americas. This is actually more typical of the ancient craftsmen that you would find in, get ready for it, Egypt. Because you have roadways made of stone that are carved, that are very well polished, very straight, and we'll try to give you a perspective, but this could be something. I mean, notice how straight and polished and smooth they are. This whole hill could be burying some sort of ancient civilization. Probably want some archaeologists watching the show salivating over this, but you saw it here first, folks. Crossing south. As for us, we now move to a mama papa shop that just moved from a garage to a front street site. It's called La Resaka. Okay, Fausto, so this is a place you recommended. Okay, it looks great. So it's a place you frequent very much?
Yeah, I love it because it's they have all the time fresh food, and they have a delicatessen like something gourmet, but it's a regular taco, but very delicious.
It's a taco with TLC, with tender love and care.
Tender love and care, yeah.
Notice here, this one is called a culichi taco. Well, it looks great, so let's try it, folks.
Okay.
You ready, Fausto?
I'm ready.
You
Bon
sure?
appetit, senor.
Bon appetit. Very, very good taste. It has, how can I explain it? It's cheesy, the texture is good. The sauce, I don't know how to describe the sauce, maybe a little bit tangy, but it's quite good. It's quite a good taco, So Luis, what is this monstrosity?
That's what we call the chacalosa. Chacalosa is a tostada.
So how do I do this? How do you eat this?
Well, you just use your fork and the tostadas right here on the side. Some
Oh,
crackers.
that's why it's a chacalosa tostada. You pile on this stuff.
It's for share.
Oh, sorry, Fausto. Nah, just kidding. Of course.
Once you try, you're not going to share it, I'm sure.
Oh, wow. So is this seafood Sinaloa style seafood?
Actually, we bring the shrimp away from Mazatlan, Sinaloa.
Really?
Yeah.
The chacalosa.
The works.
The works.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
So I'm eating the works. An amazingly good ceviche. It's almost like what it is, but meatier, chunkier, more varied flavors. It's great, man. It's great. And it's got to be really healthy, right? I mean,
Yes, it's low fat for sure.
it's low fat for sure,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So this is a souped up shrimp burrito, but they call it a gobernador, like the governor. Hey, governor.
Maybe it's for the jefe.
Eat a shrimp burrito, governor. Okay, so. Well, let me ask you this. Can you go wrong with melted cheese and shrimp? I'll start from there. Their signature taco, it's called La Resaka, which is the name of the restaurant, and it fusions the Mazatlan shrimps with the Mazatlan marlin. So everything is shipped here from Mazatlan, and that's their niche, that's their trade here. So let's taste this thing with its oily sauces, and it's rich, it's oily. It has viscosity of the good kind. It has seasoning. It's just a good taco. You can see it's made with love. So there you have it, folks. It's La Resaka, part of Rosarito, and one of the recommendations of my friend here, Mr. Fausto Polanco. So he makes good furniture and eats good tacos. Isn't that
Very
right?
good taste. The most important.
You do, my friend. You have very good taste. It's crossing south, folks. Well, after spending a day with Fausto Polanco and getting to see his labor of love, going all Indiana Jones with him, and hitting his favorite seafood joint, we depart till the next time we cross south.
You can find maps and information about the places you just saw, or you may order a copy of this program on DVD at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook.